Hola, welcome to Moments con Margarita. It's a little late today. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, January 8th. And the day totally left me on January 7th. A bittersweet day for two reasons. One, which is quite amazing, my firstborn granddaughter, my only granddaughter thus far, turned 14. I can't believe I have a 14-year-old granddaughter. And the other part is a month ago today, my sister-in-law passed away suddenly in the car. And her absence is felt. We're still dealing with it. So it was bittersweet, happy that it's my granddaughter's birthday, and then at the same time, to think how time flies. Time is a tricky little fucker. Let me tell you, it's no friend of mine. People like to say, oh, in Spanish they say, dale tiempo al tiempo. Give time to time, or time heals all wounds, or, we all have enough time to get whatever we need done. But you know what? Time does not wait for us. Time is on its own schedule. It's neither here nor there, and it just, it continues on, and it leaves you picking up pieces or reshaping things. I mean, like I said in my earlier videos, sweet and sour is everything that has to do with life. And time, it's not one of my favorite things. Maybe because I'm always late anyway for everything. I can't even keep time to get somewhere on time. But yes, that was my problem today. I was asked by several people today, what happened to your videos? You're slacking. One person told me you're slacking. And I was quite surprised that this individual inquired about my tapings and actually told me, you didn't do a video today, you're slacking. So I said, I'm going to do one tonight. And here it is, 2 o'clock in the morning. So this one goes out to you, Giovanni. And thank you. Thank you for inquiring about it. Thank you for telling me you've watched them all. It means a lot to me. Because this is about us. These videos, I do it to learn as well from everyone else, and to share what I know, and to continue and evolve and learn and become better. Even in my darkest moments, to become better, because we can all be better in our darkest moments. To own your now is something that once I said it, I fell in love with that phrase. Because again, it's like I tell you, as we may think things and we may keep them inside and we're thinking about it and nothing is really happening. Because remember, the same way when you think it, and I mentioned ink it, write it down. Write it down, put it away. A couple days later, go back, review it. Put it on a sticky note in your mirror in the bathroom, on the refrigerator door, and keep seeing what it is, whatever idea, whatever thought that you had, so that it can be visual to you. And every day, whenever you get to see it, and okay, this is what this is what I thought I should be doing, or what I wanted to. As well as when you're thinking about making a change, and sometimes, no matter how strong we are, we think we can do everything on our own. But in reality, we need someone there. We need someone there to either check us, put their foot up our ass when we're going the wrong way, or to encourage us to keep going, or to show us that there's maybe an easier way to go about achieving what it is that we want. So for me, when I do both, I write it, but also if I speak it, and it's not that I know everything, but I'm speaking it out, and guess what? It's going right back in, and then I can have a better understanding. Because if we keep it up here, we're not hearing it. We're just thinking it. We need to spit it out, whether it's through the point of a pen or the tip of our tongue. But let's get it out there. So when I spoke about own your now, live in your moment, because it is all we have, I fell in love with what I said. I'm not narcissistic. I fell in love with the idea that it's true. It's so true. And like I said, through the blessing, sometimes the messages or how God sends the messages to us, it's just totally amazing. It is totally amazing. We didn't know. So with that, I figured, okay, I need a daily reminder. Because like I remember I said, I'm the Tasmanian devil, just doing everything, everything, everything. So I said, okay, because I want to expand my business from the soaps and the jewelry and the canvas art and the greeting cards that I make from my art and the t-shirts that I make. So I said, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So this is my first of many. I'm drinking tea. And in big letters, I wrote, it's in vinyl decal, I own my now. And the red vinyl is what I had. The decal vinyl is what I had. So instead of waiting until I got the right color, the right size mug, I had a mug that was plain. Green happens to be one of my favorite colors. To me, it represents hope. And that's why my business is called Cricket's Whisper, and my cricket is in green. And if you look it up in Brazil, they honor the green cricket because it signifies hope. We all need hope in our lives. So I own my now. This is my mug. It's a pretty big mug, and I am drinking tea because here it is in Florida, and it's 39 degrees out, and Florida's cold is not like my New England cold. At least in New England, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. 6 months out of the year, we're cold. It's snowing over there right now. But that's how that region is set up. Here, it's hot or hotter. You know, I call Florida the devil's waiting room because it's so hot. But it's 39 degrees, and guess what happens when it's cold in Florida? It's a wet cold. So therefore, it like goes right into your bones. At least up north, if you put your scarf on, you put your hat on, you put your gloves on, you're good because you're covered. But here, no matter what you put on, it just goes straight into your bones. It's kind of weird. So I'm enjoying the cold because I actually miss the cold, believe it or not. And this is the time of year where it should be freaking cold. Anyway, again, my timing. But, excuse me. So I want to make a correction on the video that I did the day before yesterday. I was going and talking, and I mixed two words. And when I reviewed it, I was so upset with myself that I wanted to delete it. And then I had to remind myself that no, it is my moment and I must own it. So in the part 2 of the video I did the other day, I was talking about stress and how we need to be selfish with ourselves. We need to take time for ourselves. We need to recharge our batteries. But here's where I did it wrong. I said we need to be selfless with ourselves. And I meant to say selfish. So I want to make that correction because as of yet, I don't know how to edit a video to remove that. And I don't think I wanted to. I think I needed to see that era so that I can be a little more cautious, more aware of my moment. So, but I wanted to make it known because that's how I fix it. I confront it and I have to, whether anybody noticed it or not, I noticed it and it bothered me. Because the message that I was sending out to me, it felt like I wasn't giving the right message, and I don't work like that. So what I meant to say is, when we are so stressed out and we're taking care of everyone else, that's when we're being selfless. We're being selfless because we're giving out. But it is okay to be selfish with ourselves. Not entitled, selfish to where we take that time for ourselves, whether it's 15 minutes sitting on the porch or locking yourself up in the bathroom if you have little kids, or whether it's going for that little walk, or going and buying a grande Starbucks coffee that costs so much, but you just love it because Starbucks is the coffee to drink. I'm sorry, Dunkin' Donuts people, but Dunkin' Donuts is like dirty water to me. Starbucks, it's real coffee. See, I take milk with my coffee. I don't take a drop of coffee with my milk. Just saying. So those are the things. Go and window shop, or if you don't have the time, like I don't have the time, but I'm gonna run an errand for my husband and I'm in the same vicinity of Starbucks, guess what? I'm gonna take that $5 or $6 out of something, and I'm gonna treat myself to a cup of coffee that when I sip it, it's going to feel so good going down my throat, and then I know I'm gonna enjoy it. That's what I mean by be selfish with yourself and de-stress and recharge. Because just like a car won't run on empty, we're going to dry out too. We need to do oil changes on the cars, and we need to put the right amount of, the right style of gas in it. That's what we need to do with ourselves. We need to have our oil changed every couple months. We need to purge. We need to always maintain at least a half a tank of gas in us, because we cannot give what we don't have. And we feel like we can, and then our cup runneth over continuously, and then what happens to us? So stop forgetting about ourselves. So I just wanted to make that correction. Continue to be selfless towards others, those that you're caring for, those that you love, those that need help that you might not even know, but you want to help somebody. You're going to give your last dollar to somebody because they're hungry or you see them needing. That's fine. But remember that you also must be selfish with yourself. Whether it's 15 minutes out of the day. You go to work, you do everything you have to do at work. You got to come home, you got to cook. Take 15 minutes out of your day and be selfish. Sit on the couch, put your feet up. I don't know, just whatever it is you choose to do. For if you want to do it in increments of time, do 15 minutes. You should be allowed to do that daily, and then get to know yourself, bond with yourself again. So I wanted to make that correction out there because I didn't like it. But time, as I said, is a tricky little fucker. We don't know how much time we have on this earth. We don't know how much time we have with loved ones. You know, how much time my hair color is going to last before the grays pop through as this popping through now. I mean, it's a bucket full of what time can take from us or what it can give us. But what I do know for sure is that we all have the same amount of time in a day. So when you have somebody who does so many things with their time in their 12, let's say 12 hours, because we should sleep a good 8 hours, so by the time we prep to go to sleep, 12 hours that we're fully awake and aware, we all have the same amount of time. So when people tell me that they're too busy to come see my husband, I don't want to hear it. Those are excuses. That they don't have time. You know what busy stands for? Busy stands for being under Satan's yoke. You're so busy with bullshit that you fail to take the time for what's important. And that's your daily conversations with God, and that is taking care of yourself. Those are the two most important. Because it's just like with an airplane. When they say something goes wrong with the airplane, the mask is going to fall down, make sure you put it on yourself first before you assist another. Because if you help someone else, guess what? That's the only one person you're going to be able to help. First you take care of yourself, and then you assist another. And that's how it should be, as I said. You know, I used to sell Mary Kay a long time ago for many years, and I loved it. I loved that product. And I loved what she taught. And she taught God, me, and my family. And that's what she taught since the beginning of her building Mary Kay up. And I always thought, and when I joined the company, I loved it because it is a beautiful thing to start off